Empty bottles of red wine laying on the floor from last night. We got a little drunk, yeah. Now I'm a little numb. Spending hours by your bedside, talking till it's dark out somehow. Can get you off my.
Lacey's here. I'm Monica.
Boy, y'all about to see me without my grill.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, Lord, y'all. It is Saturday, and I am feeling it. Welcome back to Snack Cackle Talk, and we're going to give y'all a minute to hop on this Relationship Saturday because I got a topic for y'all. And I know y'all see what it say. I know y'all see what they say, so I want to know what it do.
They're right.
I'm scared to redo this.
Why?
Because the past few days it's just been buffering, and it haven't been giving us absolutely nothing. And I will say this to y'all, to my followers: if I got some people that have not yet jumped onto my Snack Cackle Talk Facebook page, okay, Facebook page. All I need is about, I don't know, 5 people. Well, that says 10, but I need 5 people. 10 would be great. Uh, but all I need is about 5 people to follow me on my Snack Cackle Talk Facebook page. Okay, and then I will be eligible to stream on 3 platforms. Okay, so I am just shy of 5 people. If I am not mistaken, I have to have at least 100. So
Oh, that looks good.
if y'all ever think about it, I need 5 people to go to my Snack Cackle Talk Facebook page and follow me on there. Um, and I'll probably do another. Let's see. Let's see what it do real quick.
Is that the damn recipe?
Um, I'm trying to. What's over there? We need to run?
Shit.
Because I heard that.
Let me hear something
You
else,
heard that too, right?
and you in here by yourself. You can complain.
I heard that. And that sounded like a little mouse or something. And if that's the case, it's time to go.
I'm telling you, if I hear it one more time, let me get ready. I don't want to have to move anything but my feet.
I'm not about to play with you. Don't leave me
You
in here
don't
by
have-
myself.
Don't move fast enough. You will be in here by yourself. I'm not playing. I'm getting ready. I don't.
Oh my goodness.
It's like this for the rest of the show. Because if I hear it one more time, I'm gone. I'm gonna get my keys. You think I'm playing? I don't.
Listen to her. She is preparing to. She's preparing to leave me, y'all. She is preparing to leave me, y'all. Oh, I'm actually shy of 3 people. Last I saw, I had 95, but I got 97 now. So, 3 people is all I need to make me eligible to go live on here. Because right now, all my lives, I got to figure out. I can't remember how I put my lives over here. but that's my way of securing them in place, because on my other platform, they will go bye-bye.
Yeah.
Well, then I almost don't want to do it now. I almost don't want to go live because they don't let you keep it after 30 days. They delete them. And I don't want to download all this stuff on my computer, because I have to use my computer for other things. But yeah, I still want y'all to follow me. But my whole goal is to, what is this? My whole goal is to, I was supposed to go live on this platform, but I didn't understand why. It just told me I couldn't go live on there. I was like, oh, okay. I didn't have no explanation. So I was like, oh, maybe it's because of the type of page that it is. Maybe that's why I can't go live.
Possibly.
But then I learned that I had to have at least 100 followers. And I was like, what I got? Oh, 95? What? 5 people? Okay, so that's all right. Back to the other page. Back to the other page. There we go. Okay. Now I'm gonna turn these comments on. Because every time that something pops up, I never actually get to see. Every time that something pops up, I never get to see. There we go. So if somebody comments on this, then we can communicate. Because I'm getting in trouble for missing y'all comments or whatever. And it's not intentional, y'all. I just really don't have it together. I don't. And I really be trying. I really be trying. I'm just saying. But today, like I said, today is Relationship Saturday. And the topic is something on the side. She wants her cake and eat it too.
Or he.
No, we're focusing on her.
Why does it always have to be her?
Because he always get his cake and eat it too.
And pie, and cookies,
yes,
ice cream.
She wants her cake and eat it too.
Why do I feel like that's pointed at me?
Huh? Do you want your cake and eat it too?
I have my cake and cookies and pie. Well, I'm not a pie person. And eat it too. Yes, I do.
mean, no, it was not directed at you.
I feel like it was.
No. Mm-hmm. But since it is a public broadcast, it's tonight's conversation.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah. Because of their reaction
to
her question.
Okay. But I'm not married, so I can have my cake and cookies and pie and ice cream and eat it too.
I agree.
Yeah.
I
am single, and
if you are single, you can mingle as much as you want to.
And do.
Yeah, you are single.
I am.
And I do believe that as a married couple, you can do whatever your marriage allows you to do.
That is true. Hence, swingers.
Yeah, you can do whatever your marriage allows.
Or relationship. There are some committed relationships that are open, and they allow others to indulge.
I don't feel like that is cheating if that is a mutual decision.
Me either.
That is not cheating.
Me either.
So, but the focus is the female, because the stigma is that she has to be faithful.
That's true. I believe that.
Yeah. So that's the stigma. So she wants something on the side. she wants her cake and she want to eat it too, just like a man does. And I don't see nothing wrong with that, especially if the man has his cake and he's eating it too.
He has several cakes.
So if he is definitely dipping, then why can't she?
Yeah. Because I think where the men get caught up is because their women tend to get jealous. They know that they're dealing with someone who has a woman, and a lot of times their women or wives don't know, so they try to do things to interrupt their relationship instead of playing their role. Because I've said many times that if you play your role, you end up getting more benefits than the wife or the man.
Yeah, yeah.
So
And I can see that, and I can agree with it. And I am married, but I do agree with this. Um, if Mr. Lacey is dipping on the side, I'm gonna be a wife that's gonna. I have two choices. Either I'm gonna address it and leave, or I'm gonna not care and do what I want to do.
and a lot of women now don't care and do what they want to do.
Yeah, so they're getting to that point to where that, you know what? Why would I leave? Why would I leave my man?
Because they're in a home. Usually, they're in a home that's paid for. They're driving a car that's either paid for or being paid for. Their luxuries are being met. They're being kept by two men. So why leave all of that when everything is being paid for?
Yeah, and I agree. I agree.
Now, if you're in a relationship that's an abusive relationship and he's not doing any of those things, oh hell yeah, pack your shit and go.
Yeah, if he has the audacity to mistreat you on top of stepping out, and he does not even consider you like a wife until he's around other men, then I don't even know why you're addressing it. I would just leave.
Yep. I wouldn't. Be
I would
mad
just let him
at all.
let him or her if you're a man and you are a good man, but your wife wants something on the side, but you don't have nothing on the side. You are a good man to her, but she wants something on the side. She wants her cake and she wants to eat it too. Then, if that's not something that you're down with, what you discussing it for?
That's just being greedy.
Because if that's something that she wants, your discussion is not going to change what she wants to do.
That's true.
It's just going to make it to where now she's going to sneak around and she's going to do it. So at that point, she's no longer a good wife to you. So if it was me as the guy, I would just let her go and do what she want to do, and I would just go my separate way.
Yeah.
Now, if you love your wife and you don't care, then just be a husband and just be married by name, because that's basically what you're getting. That's basically what you're getting.
Yeah.
So I'm curious on this topic, on what people think about this topic, because Monica just showed me a clip from tonight's conversation where a young lady, she had a husband and a boyfriend. And the fellas on the stage, and that was already an uneven stage. You had all those men and one female up there, but on their panel. But all the men was like, "What? Huh?" They were shocked by what she said, and like, basically, you married, you need to be taking your ass home, kind of thing.
But she did say that she wasn't sure if her husband loved her, but she knew her boyfriend did.
Yeah, and she's not sexual with the husband.
She hadn't. Her and her husband had not been intimate in 2 years.
Let me tell you something.
I will tell you this. That's because the husband had a girlfriend. He was intimate with somebody, it just wasn't you.
Yeah, let me tell you something. If you are my man, you are my husband, or my serious boyfriend, my significant other, and we are together, and we ain't sleeping together.
We're sleeping together, but we're not sleeping together.
It's fair game, baby. The moment you sleep in another room, the moment you sleep in another bed, the moment that you stop having sex with me, it is fair game. Period. With a T. Period. is fair game.
So what if he just sleeps on the couch one night because y'all are upset?
I am not trying to hear that. If you can't get your issues resolved before I say good night and you go sleep somewhere else, you stay there.
Really?
I mean that.
Now I can understand the issue not being resolved, but just because he sleep there one night, oh no.
Me and Mr. Lacey, we do not go to bed before we resolve our problem.
Oh, well, you better than me, because me and my ex-husband, I didn't talk to him for 2 weeks. 2, not one, not 2 days, 14 days. I not one word, not kiss, hey, good morning, kiss my ass, nothing. 2 weeks.
That is a vow.
Well, that vow got broken.
That's a vow that he and I have.
No ma'am, I not. Nope.
That is a vow.
We slept in the same bed, everything. It was don't touch me.
Yeah.
Nope.
Mr. Lacey sleep on that couch. He better stay on that couch.
No, he could have stayed. He could have went to his mama's house for them 2 weeks. I wouldn't have cared. I was hot. I saw red. I opened my eyes and just saw fumes. That was it. I was heated.
Well, in that situation,
My blood was boiling.
I would say that was that one last drop.
It didn't
that
have
made
anything
the
to
cup
do.
run over.
It didn't have anything to do with an affair or anything. I was hot. I was hot.
Was that the?
I was 38 hot. Yeah.
No. I mean that. If we can't resolve it before I say goodnight or before he say goodnight, ain't now one of us going to sleep.
No, we would have been up for some time.
Ain't now one of us going to sleep.
Yeah.
And it's been probably since our 20s since we was up late. Early 20s too. Yeah, because we had to learn how to be husband and wife. So a lot of people, they looking at us and they think they see a perfect marriage. No. No.
People, there is no such thing as a perfect marriage.
We are not perfect whatsoever.
If people say they have a perfect marriage, they are lying.
Yeah. Now I grew to where that I don't like to argue. So half the time, between my 20s and my 30s, for sure, I'm not gonna argue with you. If that's what it's gonna be, you about to be talking to yourself. That was pretty much my attitude. Like, I'm not gonna argue. It didn't matter who was in the right or who was in the wrong. I wasn't an arguing type.
Oh yeah, I'll jokingly argue, but just argue.
Yeah, just argue. I'm not gonna argue. So yeah, it's probably been since our 20s. Cause when you arguing and you still mad and you walking around mad all day, I done got over it. And I turn back around hours later and you still mad. Hold up. Where you think you going? I'm finna just go to bed. No, you not. You've been walking around here mad all day. Sit down. We finna figure this out. What you mad for? No, I'm be still. I guess ain't now one of us going to sleep. And it hadn't happened since our 20s. I guess that sleep deprivation. Let me just go ahead and let me just go ahead and get it off my chest, because if I don't, she ain't gonna let me go to sleep. And I'm a night owl, he not. So I got all night. So, and then he got to go to work the next day. So I guess he just probably just learned that, let me just go and tell her, because
she ain't gonna let it go.
She ain't gonna let it go.
Yep.
She gonna have me up all night, and I gotta go to work in the morning.
Be at work like this.
Pretty much. And then we can just go on and have our little makeup session and just go to bed. And be done.
Okay.
So I'll just sit up there like, she wants something on the side. Now, as a man that's not mistreating her, then yeah, I would try to figure out why she wants something on the side.
Because he's not performing the way she wants him
9 times out of 10, that's usually what it is.
Or
he's a wonderful husband, he's a provider, and he's hitting all the marks on her, whatever her checklist is that made her choose him. But when it comes to the bedroom, especially if they got married before consummation, before actually testing the waters, I'm a firm believer that we have to live together first, because if I can't stand living with you, I'm not saying I do.
You done already said I do 20-something years ago.
Yeah, but we lived together first.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, we lived together first. So, uh, I can't, because if I don't know you, know your habits, know everything about you, I don't want to get married to you, and then I found out that you don't take baths and you don't. I just found out all these little nitpicking things about you.
You bathe every 3 days.
Yeah. And you ain't clean, and you don't do laundry, and you don't do this, and you don't do that, and you barely go to work, and you every time I turn around, you on a video game on the couch, and where your check coming from? You know, and you finding all this out after you done said I do.
Yeah.
Now you got to say I don't.
No, at that point, it's time for an annulment.
Look at all the celebrities that get married and weeks later, they got to get a divorce. Weeks.
No, but we can never know. That never happened.
So it's like, baby, I got to live with you first. I got to live with you. I don't necessarily, I would like to know what you're working with sexually. Simply because I want to know if I'm going to be satisfied regardless of how much I slack on my side of town. I got to know that I'm going to be satisfied. I already said I was selfish, so no, I'm not going to apologize for that.
I was just about to say, what about him being satisfied?
But judging, but the woman that I was back then, I would have been satisfied because I wouldn't have been experienced.
Maybe not.
No, I wouldn't have been experienced because you gotta remember, I had that one high school boyfriend, and we had that sex, and then I had that baby.
Okay. All right.
So if I meet a second man and I haven't had sex since I got pregnant,
okay, yeah, you would have been
then
satisfied.
I would have been satisfied.
You would have been satisfied.
You see what I'm saying? So yeah, I would have been satisfied. But if you one of them men that,
well, no, not necessarily, because he may not have matched what you had already. He could have been worse.
But my thing is, I don't really know, because that first time, yes, I was sore and everything like that. I didn't know what to expect.
But I'm just saying, he still could have been worse.
So, I mean, I have no idea. I'm just assuming that I would settle. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not settling if I'm having sex with you. I don't know. You one of them guys that out of the blue, you have sex with me and it's a Friday. And I look up and I ain't had sex with you in a while.
What's a while?
A while, to where did I be like, wait a minute, I ain't had sex in over a week.
Oh yeah, that's a while.
And then bam, here you come on week 3, and we done skipped a whole week and a half of not having sex. And you thinking you finna lay the pipe.
So you wouldn't let him let the pipe happen after a week and a half?
Not before explaining to me why I've only had it one time before. Cause where your pipe been, homeboy? And go get them condoms.
Well, duh.
I'm your husband, and
wait a minute, your husband?
No, I'm saying.
I'm saying this supposed to be your husband?
Yeah.
Oh hell no! A week? A week and a half? Oh hell yeah! You got some explaining to do, buddy.
I don't know. I don't know if I remember showing you that little clip. A beautiful lady, very attractive. She took care of herself very well. No, I can't B-roll this. Y'all already know I don't know what I'm doing. So, but she took care of herself very well. Mm-hmm. I'm just trying to see if I had sent it to you.
No.
But anyhow, she had I think her whole ordeal was that they was in marriage counseling because the husband was saying that he was in marriage counseling because of her. he didn't understand why she was wanting sex a lot and all this kind of thing. She's a beautiful woman, this and that and that. I love her.
Was this a couple that was sitting on the couch and he kept holding the pillow?
Yeah.
Because he was gay.
Yeah. Okay, so I did send that to you.
Yeah. No, we watched it on.
We watched it together at work
TV
or something.
We watched it somewhere.
Okay.
Because
So,
he was sitting there.
yeah, he was nursing a pillow. He was nursing a pillow.
In my personal opinion, he was gay.
And his
He was
wife,
undercover.
a very beautiful woman. She took care of herself, very nice looking, and she was a very nice looking woman. Okay, and she's having to beg her husband for sex. Now she is well, if I could blow myself up, she is well within her right to get her something on the side, for the simple fact that she's at the point to where she is begging her man for it.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying?
If I ever get in a
young
relationship and I have to beg, well, actually, I wouldn't even ever get to that point. If I have to ask for sex, because I'm a very sexual person, if I have to ask for sex, trust and believe, you won't even have to worry about it. You will not.
And he basically made her look bad in therapy, because he don't have to have sex. Just being around her was enough for him, and all this kind of stuff. Okay, like you said, either he's gay,
or he's getting it somewhere else,
or medically he cannot perform. Oh, balloons!
Wait, do that again. Do your fingers again. I think it's from the fingers. I don't know.
I don't know why them balloons popped up. But on whatever platform that little story was on, people were bashing this young lady for wanting to have sex with her husband. That's what I didn't get. How y'all bashing her? She's wanting to be a hoe. She's wanting to be out there. First of all,
a hoe with her husband. Make sense.
First of all, how is she being a hoe with her husband by asking her husband for sex? She shouldn't even have to ask.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? She should be the one telling him, like, hold up, like, didn't we just have sex like 3 times yesterday? Like, give me a break. You know what I'm saying? So he really didn't come with no concrete evidence as to why besides he loved her and he's a good husband and all this stuff, and he's a good provider, and he don't know what the problem is. The problem is that she's not being satisfied. Y'all, she's not in a marriage just by name. She wants the intimacy. She wants the
fulfillment.
Yeah, she wants to be fulfilled. Like,
now, I could understand if they were going to marriage counseling because she had stepped outside of the marriage.
Yeah, but that wasn't the case. She didn't cheat on her husband or nothing like that. She was trying to figure why he won't have sex with her, and he's trying to figure out why she feel like she got to have sex with somebody to make herself a whole woman.
She's a woman?
What? You got one time to belittle me like that.
Baby, you would get them divorce papers so fast.
I probably would have walked up out of therapy. I would have
left the therapist's office and went to an attorney's office.
But that she wants something on the side, that makes me think about that movie. Is it Addiction or something like that?
Who played in it?
Boris Kodjoe.
He is so sexy.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is. He was the husband, and his wife, I cannot think of her name, but she was in some of the Tyler Perry movies. But she had a sex addiction, but she didn't realize that she had a sex addiction. But she was messing with 2 guys on the side. 2. And not to say her husband.
She had a husband and 2 boyfriends?
It's not to say it's not to say that her husband wasn't fulfilling her. Well, he wasn't fulfilling her because she didn't know that she had an addiction, that she needed more than what he could give. She hid it from him.
Well, how does she know that she needed more than what he could give if she didn't talk to him about it.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think she knew.
But then she still should have talked to him about it because she don't know if he could have filled them shoes.
Well, what happened was,
see, that's equally yoked. Equally yoked.
What happened was because she was working with attractive men.
Oh,
okay, 1-on-1, and that kind
was she some kind of therapist or something?
No, I think she was doing art with one guy, and I don't know.
See, that could be seductive.
Yeah, and I don't know what it was with the other guy. I can't remember. One guy was black, and the other guy was kind of like Latin or something like that. He had this sexy erotic accent.
Oh,
okay.
Italian.
So he was something of the sort.
Okay.
And you know, them men, you get along with them, just they language is sexy. So
for real.
And then he's attractive and sexy on top of that himself. And then y'all are working 1-on-1 together and stuff like that. One thing led to another. They end up having sex. She enjoyed it, and she went back for seconds and thirds
and on and on
so
and on and on.
And then I guess that's when she realized that, and he might have been the third because she had the black guy could have been the second.
Oh, you know, she was just doing it,
and she didn't know what to do. But it almost tore their marriage up. So.
And that's what you call a strong black man.
Yeah, it almost tore it up. So, but therapy, she learned that she had a sex addiction, and she didn't know that she had a sex addiction.
Okay,
so, but
any movie name addiction.
How do people feel if a woman wants something on the side, especially if you are a man that does not want that for your wife?
Oh, and you're not,
and you're not also delivering that to your wife as well.
They're gonna be all kind of 304 sluts.
Yeah, so because I mean, looking at tonight's conversation on that little skit right there, that they were all utterly shocked that she said
they were clutching their pearl. They were appalled.
Yeah, but it's okay. That's a double standard.
Yes,
it's okay
it's
for
always
a man.
A double standard.
A man can have 10 wives, a dozen children, and they be expecting his first wife to help him take care of all them children. You know what I mean?
Yep.
With no just cause, like she can't say nothing about it, you know. But what happens when those tables are turned? And there is a black woman that has 2 husbands. They did a story on her. She has one main husband, and then she has taken in a common law husband. And they live together.
There's more and more of that.
So, you know, I don't really consider that like, oh, I got 2 husbands. That's just a poly relationship.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And that's becoming more and more common.
Mm-hmm.
You know. So I'm just curious in how people feel about that. Now, I will tell you, we about to get into these cards. Because my finger was itching yesterday on Thursday.
Lord. Come on, child.
And I went through 6 of those cards. I was like, wait a minute. You know what? I don't even have to wait till Saturday. Today is anything goes. I'm going to get these cards. And so I also said that I was also going to start going through our loving list. These are some managed cards. So, but like I explained to y'all on Thursday, these cards are designed to kind of give some relationships insight on how they can spice up their intimacy.
I like them cards. Them cards.
They freaky.
Yeah.
These cards is freaky.
I don't need no help in that department.
So, let's see. I'm going to do these cards first, okay? Because these cards go by fast. We get into those other cards because they topic cards. Okay.
I don't know if you need to read that. It'll take that long.
Disclaimer.
Oh, Lord. Let me cover my ears.
This is for entertainment purposes. I am not a professional. The words that I say from these cards are not meant for children. This page is meant for adults only.
So if there are any children, 18, possibly even 21 or younger, please have them to exit the room.
Whatever cards that I pull from this deck moving forward, just know that I'll try to say some of the words if they're
Girl, you
within,
better go say all them words.
if they within reason to say.
We already told them to tell the
Well,
kids to leave the room.
I'll be respectful for some of my family that's on here. Girl, I can't say it in front of my family.
They grow.
Okay. I guess that's what makes this fun. It's because it's so embarrassing for me to tell somebody to do this.
You want me to read it for you? No,
You
I
gonna
don't-
read your own card.
Oh, Lord.
I'm not doing this by myself. You thought. Okay, so like I said, these are a little loving list. Okay, and these cards give you 4 tasks. Okay, 4 tasks.
Okay, we're only reading 2 of those cards. One each.
That's what I told myself. We're gonna read about 2 of these cards. Okay, so the first task on my card says, have your partner lick and suck your nipples for 5 minutes.
Oh,
Well, that's a
That
lot
ain't-
of licking and sucking
no,
on
it
some
ain't.
nipples.
No, it ain't. It go by faster than you think.
Really? Okay, confess if you have ever skinny dipped with the opposite sex.
Nope, never done that.
And then, if you are a female, demonstrate how you think a guy jacks off. Let me see. Okay, let me see this.
No.
Just imagine. Just imagine, okay? Imagine if you are with your man and you are going to, in front of your man, do this.
You're not ashamed to demonstrate, but you're ashamed to read the card?
No, I'm not ashamed. Because I just want to know, men, does that turn you on? To see her pretend to jack off in a simulation of you? If it does, and you are straight, I'm worried about you.
What does he do?
I'm worried about you. I'm just saying. Like I said, disclaimer, y'all. And vice versa.
Lord.
So if you are a guy, demonstrate how you think a girl jills off. Let's just try this out.
How is that?
So 9 times out of 10, she laying down. I can't lay down, okay? But let's just say she's standing up.
No.
Is she supposed
I'm glad
to?
you got that card and not me.
Listen. Is she supposed to do this? Or is he supposed to do this?
Yes, he's supposed to do that. Oh my God.
Listen, I'm disturbed. If as a guy, if you do this,
Yeah, no. That's not. Oh, I'm scared to pull a card.
if y'all do this now, I'm worried.
Ooh. I might need to pick another. Let me read mine and prepare. Because I might have to pick another card.
I'm worried if a guy does this one right here, these last 2.
Okay, this one's not so bad, but it ain't all good either.
Okay. Okay, let's see. Let's see.
Now this is what I don't this yeah, no. This is not something that's going to get you there.
Read it. It might get somebody there.
No.
They clearly think so.
No. Oh, maybe somebody of the Caucasian persuasion. Okay. Describe in detail the first time you fondled a breast.
Are you supposed to do that while you're fondling her breast? Because I'm not saying, well, I would be turned
That
on.
would be a turn off.
Yeah, I don't want to hear about how you fondle
First
somebody
time I
else's.
fondled a breast, I'm like, what? Okay, that's number one.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
It's no offense. Disclaimer. It's no offense to Caucasian people, but I think this might be something that some Caucasians do.
Definitely. In an ideal world, how many times a day would you have sex, including solo?
I mean, if you haven't, it's not sex if you having it solo.
Exactly.
It's just masturbating. Okay. But why would I want to hear about that? Okay.
You see what I said, right? Okay. Tell your partner the cheesiest pickup line you have ever used.
During sex? Or before sex?
You know, just on this card alone, I think I need a redo.
Okay. Read the last one. We'll pull one more.
Using just your fingertips, massage your partner's nipples. This card really likes breasts. I had 2 breasts alone.
I mean, y'all heard that. This, the stuff that's in these 2 cards alone is kind of questionable. I don't understand why a guy would get off.
Okay, this one is better.
Unless you're bisexual.
I think it's better. Hold on. You know what? I'm just gonna go for it. Give your partner. I think you might have read this one already. Give your partner 1 minute only. Give your partner 1 minute only of oral sex. I'm glad 1 minute is only 60 seconds.
Okay. Then I'll be counting. Believe me.
1, 2,
and you ain't getting 60 strokes. So.
Woo, Lord. Drop your pants and let your partner totally inspect your genitals. Point out your hot spots? The hell? Hell, we not playing this game. What the fuck? Okay, Lord, have mercy. You should have left this card game at open line. Say out loud.
We going through these cards. I want to see how crazy these cards get.
Say out loud the 5 dirtiest words you can think of.
It sounds like kids wrote these cards.
Perform 69 right now. Hell no. I'm not reading another one. Next cards, please.
I'm curious. I'm curious. This is crazy.
Yeah, you take it too long. Put it down.
It says, this is our last card. Okay, we're gonna put the rest of these cards up, but I'm gonna read these cards. I'm gonna read off of these cards so we can get through these cards because I don't see myself performing these cards. Okay, so my next card says, brush your lover's hair for at least 15 minutes. We ain't gonna never get none. Massage your partner's feet, paying special attention to each individual toe.
No, somebody can stick my toes in their mouth.
I ain't never had that, so no. Close your eyes and feel your lover's body all over. Tell It said tells you partner, but I'm sure they meant your partner. Why you love them and seal it with a kiss.
Oh.
Now this one wasn't a bad card. I'm assuming that they're trying to set the tone.
Not by brushing
But
somebody's
I don't
hair.
know about. I'm assuming
I
they
can't-
want the woman
this-
to do that
this
because you
can't
know
be
some
brushed.
guys
This is-
get they
Well,
get
this part can, but
some guys like a woman to brush their hair. You know the ones that's faded and stuff like that. You see the girl sitting behind them, they sit between their legs and they brushing the dude's hair while they watching TV and whatnot. Okay, I can see that. But
so what he's supposed to pull her down?
listen, recap. Cause this is crazy. But if y'all feeling freaky, go right on ahead. Demonstrate on your partner your best oral sex technique. Player's choice. Have your partner do something sexy to you. Demonstrate how a girl jills off. And kiss your partner anywhere on their body they wish to be kissed. What this card go wrong?
That was one of the very first ones we read.
But I just picked it up with this.
Before we
Oh, okay. So that was okay.
That was an old.
That was
one
old. That one don't count. But if you want to do it, hey. Have your partner lick and suck your nipples for 5 minutes. Confess if you have ever skinny dipped with the opposite sex. If you are a female, demonstrate how you think a guy jacks off. And if you are a guy, demonstrate how you think a girl jills off. So I'm sure, why don't they just say masturbate?
Yes.
Describe in detail the first time you fondled a breast. In an ideal world, how many times a day would you have sex, including solo? Tell your partner the cheesiest pickup line you have ever used, and using just your fingertips, massage your partner's nipples. Y'all, listen. If y'all feeling freaky, like I said,
do not get those cards. Just go do it.
Give your partner 1 minute only of oral sex. Just imagine it getting good in that, and he just stops.
If it's getting good, he ain't gonna just stop. He gonna keep going. Trust me. Trust.
Drop your pants
me.
and let your partner totally inspect your genitals. Point out your hot spots. Let me tell you something. If I do that, you're probably not gonna get none. If I see something that ain't looking kosher. Say out loud the first dirtiest words you can think of. That's talking dirty. Wouldn't that kind of... Maybe they saying it wrong.
Maybe
so it's not attractive, but
the dirty words that I think of are just cuss words.
And perform 69 right now. Brush your lover's hair for at least 15 minutes. Y'all start out with this card before the other ones. Massage your partner's feet, paying close special attention to each individual toe. Close your eyes.
Corns?
Listen.
He had to be fresh out the tub.
You got a lot of people that don't mind it.
Yeah, no, you got to be fresh out the tub, but he ain't touching your feet right after you get out of work.
Close your eyes and feel your lover's body all over, and tell your partner why you love them, and seal it with a kiss. I can see y'all doing that last one for sure.
Yeah.
Them other ones are questionable.
you gotta be fresh.
Just imagine your girl coming there to you, and she walk in that room and she doing this.
Who did? What didn't Lil Kim have a strap on one of her concerts that was doing that with?
I wouldn't doubt it. She freaky. I would not doubt it. Like, just imagine. Your girl walk in her room doing that. Man, please. You gonna get off the game and give her some?
Okay, I'll get the first card. Let's see. Maybe you should have got the first card. Who is the most important person in your life besides a family member, and why?
Do they want us to say God?
Well, shit, I'd have to say my dog if it ain't a family member.
I mean, obviously, the obvious answer would be God, but I don't think that's the answer that they're looking for.
Nova. But I guess she would be considered family. But damn it, I don't know.
I don't have. I don't have one. Besides family, there ain't nobody else
Oh, for real?
that's that most important.
That ain't a good card.
I'll just say me. There you go. Because I have
That ain't a good card.
no idea. What do you love most about life? What do I love most about life?
Living.
Loving, laughing, having a good time.
Damn. How important is alone time for you? Could you be in a relationship with someone who is the complete opposite of you when it comes to this? Alone time is very important to me because I need my me time. And yes, I could.
Oh, alone
Mhm.
time.
Alone. Yes, I need my me time.
I do too.
And yes, I could.
It depends on if I could be with you if you're the total opposite. Because if you're clingy, no.
I've been with somebody who was clingy.
If you're clingy and you are an attention seeker, no.
He wasn't an attention seeker, but he was clingy. But that's not why I divorced him. I divorced him for some other stuff.
Yeah, I need my me time. Now, me and my husband, we practically do everything together, but trust. If I don't want to be around Mr. Wilson, I'll go to work because I don't go nowhere else. I'll go to work. I'll go hang around my family. Hell, I'll come to my office. I'll just tell him, listen, back. I'll be back. I'm finna go to a couple of stores. That's my alone time. Those things kind of satisfy me. But I need my me time.
Yep.
I don't care if I do nothing but he in the room and I go in the living room. I need my me time. If I just go for a walk or something, I need my me time.
That's when you get your thoughts together.
Yeah. You got to be able to miss your partner. Got to. That's a must.
That's why I don't see how people live together, work together. No, that's too much.
Too much.
I don't want to see you all day. Let me miss you.
Yeah, I want to be able to miss you. What are 3 of your top pet peeves when it comes to the opposite sex? Cleanliness, I guess. Appealing. You don't have to be drop dead gorgeous, but I would like to
be able to look at you.
And that does not say that you have to just be ugly or anything like that to say I can't look at you, because I probably can't stand you and you can just be real handsome. But if I look at you and I can tell you one of them guys that's just all about your looks and everything is in place.
One of mine is you have to be able to hold a conversation.
A good one.
If you cannot hold a conversation, I don't care how good you look. If you cannot hold a conversation, once you open your mouth and you say your first 3 words, I'll know if you can hold a conversation. Because if you can't, I will turn around and walk away. Hey, where you going? Away from you.
Yeah. A pet peeve, how you talk. That's a pet peeve. Boy, these cards make you feel like you picky, but I'm not. I want you to sound like you done been to school. Let's see. What's the worst mistake you've ever made in a relationship, and what did you do to fix it? Y'all nosy. Let me see, because I'm a handful.
Mm, mine is easy. We go ahead and say mine. My worst mistake I made in a relationship was I got married. What I did to fix it, I got divorced.
I can't stand her.
6.5 years later.
Oh man. I'm trying.
Woo!
I'm trying to think.
Honestly, I don't know. What was the worst mistake I made?
I don't. As a worst mistake, I don't see anything that I made a mistake that I can consider a mistake.
Me either. Other than getting married.
I don't consider anything that I've done a mistake. Because then that would be regrets, and I don't have any regrets. So, I don't see anything in my marriage that I've done that was a mistake.
I don't know.
And then I have to actually fix it. I don't see anything like that I've done.
I don't know. This says, what is your ultimate relationship deal breaker? Abuse. That is my ultimate relationship deal breaker.
Yeah,
Not
of any
that
kind.
I have been in an abusive relationship, but that would be my ultimate deal breaker. Abuse of any kind.
Of any kind.
Verbally, mentally, emotionally, any type of abuse.
That and not being supportive.
Yeah.
Not being supportive of any kind, whether that's mental, physically, financial, any of those. If you're not a supporting spouse, if I feel like I got to just do everything by myself, then we got a problem.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. So that's the deal breaker for me. And abuse is number one, and that lack of support is number two. So yeah, definitely. um do you consider flirting while in a relationship cheating? Why or why not? No, no, and no.
Well, it depends on how far the flirting goes.
You do.
There are different degrees of flirting, though.
You do what your relationship allows you to do.
Okay, I agree. Well, on that standpoint, I agree. Because it depends on the type of relationship
If your partner allows you to flirt, as long as you don't touch, it's a look, don't touch. It's not flirting.
Or it's
It's not cheating.
True.
It's not cheating.
True. How would you describe your spending habits? Shit, it's my money. I spend it how I want to.
Yeah, that's never been an issue. Mr. Wilson spends his money how he wants to. I spend my money how I want to, and as long as our bills get paid, we good. Now, when your spending gets in the way of bills, then we got a problem.
Right.
So, you work hard. I work hard. It's your money. It's my money. I don't believe in it. It's our money. No, because we don't clock in together, and we don't do the same work either. Have you ever dated multiple people at the same time? Do you think it's okay? Okay, let's answer that first question because I got like two questions here. So, have I ever dated multiple people at the same time? Yes. Yes, I have.
Do I have to answer?
You want to?
Yes, I have.
I'm single and I'm free to mingle. Yes, I have. Weigh my choices. Do you think it's okay for people to do so?
Yes,
I
do.
Weigh your choices. Because that is why people end up with the wrong mate because they get stuck on the first person, they'll turn a trick on them. Weigh your choices, especially if you are just dating.
Okay. What political party do you most identify with? could you be with someone of the opposite view? Why? Why of? Why not? But why or why not? I could see where this could tie into a relationship.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Now, me personally, that's not something that I'm gonna actually have on my mind while we're dating. I'm just gonna say that up front. It's not gonna be on my mind to be like, while we're on this little blind date or
Right.
whatever kind of thing, to ask, what's your political party? Now,
Unless I'm dating someone or on a blind date with someone or dating someone of another race.
I could see that. I could see that. But like if I am dating you and then we get into the politics like how things are now, and in a conversation we have different viewpoints, then we probably gonna break up simply because our different views and how you see things and how I see things is just gonna lead to us arguing the entire time that we're together.
Yep.
And it's no longer gonna be fun anymore. So, but at the beginning, I'm telling you, that's not even. Maybe that is a question that should be asked, but then your date probably not gonna even want to go on a second date with you because you're too serious on the first date.
Yep.
But definitely, if we're dating and then something comes up, then yeah, it is a time to kind of just step back and say, wait a minute, are you Republican, or wait a minute, are you Democratic? Because I'm not understanding why you are agreeing with this. And then if they say, yeah, I'm Republican, and you know for a fact that you're Democratic, it'll be like, okay, well, it was fun. It was a fun little roller coaster, but your views and my views are totally different. So I don't see us. Why are you itching? Then you made me itch. I don't see us definitely moving forward if we're from two different political parties, because that's just going to be too controversial in the household.
Yeah, I agree.
And I don't got time to be arguing with the Republicans in my house. Because I'm literally going to feel like I'm sleeping with the KKK.
Oh, Lord. You got to sleep with one eye open? Or what? So y'all... Okay, so then will you have to sleep in two different bedrooms?
No, we're not sleeping in no two different bedrooms.
Oh.
One of us, that would be him, would have to get out.
Okay.
Now, if it's his house, I will gladly leave.
Okay. Gotcha.
He gonna wake up and I'm gonna be gone. That's pretty much how this gonna go.
Right, Day. Right.
So we're not gonna be able to do it. At least I'm not gonna be able to do it. You're gonna have to find you a Republican. And even as a Republican, if I'm a Republican and he's a Republican, what type of Republican are you? Are you the kind that literally likes stepping on people, or you just voted because you had money?
Or is he one of those that'll jump ship like the rest of them?
So it's like, yeah. Have you ever hit a person of the opposite sex? If so, explain why. Yes, I have. And I'll do it again.
Just violent.
Now, I don't know. He is my Facebook friend. So, but I don't know if he watches my feed. But when I was in middle school, I dated a guy. And he pushed me off of a house.
What the hell were you doing on the house?
It was a high house, you know, those back in the day, look like plantation houses, how the porches are real high because they got the stairs or whatever, and they got the little the brick wall,
and you can kind of walk out,
and you can sit up there or whatever. Well, this house, the little railings were missing, so you just sit on the high porch and with your feet dangling, whatever. And he came.
Your
behind
mother
me.
Is violent.
He came behind me and he pushed me, and I fell off the house. And he knew he done wrong because he ran. What he didn't know was I could run. I was gone too. I picked up that brick that I fell on, and I threw it at him. Now, I threw it at him, but I didn't know I was gonna hurt him. But
yeah, you did. Yeah, you did.
But I was intending to hit him with the brick that he made me fall on.
What you think a brick was gonna do?
Not hurt him, but
it's a brick.
I just wanted to hit him with the same brick that he made me hurt myself on.
Oh yeah, you hurt yourself, all right.
You know, so
Mm.
yes, I did. Now, no, I won't hit you with a brick unless you hit me with a brick. But if you hit me, I will hit you back.
Yeah, I ain't throwing no bricks.
I will get my lick back.
I bet you will.
So make that punch count. That's all I got to say.
What's the last major goal you? What's the last major goal you accomplished? What obstacles did you have to overcome to do so?
Is this an interview?
Shit, that's what it feel like.
Do another one.
Damn. Woo.
That's an interview question.
Is it? Ooh, this might be a kind of good one.
Okay.
Ooh, maybe. Ooh. I mean, I know the number, but I have to
Look at all these cards.
Is it important for you to know the number of sexual partners your significant other had? Explained.
Now let me say this.
I don't know if I would
It's
want to
not
know.
important for me to know. Because if I know, we won't move forward.
I was just about to say, I don't know if I want to know. Just like he might not want to know how many I've had. Not that I'm saying it's an astronomical number, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, so no, I do not aim to want to know how many partners you've had. I don't care to know. Because if I know how many partners you had, we will not be moving forward. Especially without a test being done.
I'm tested regularly.
And I'm gonna
Not that I'm saying anything. I'm just precaution.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna be able to trust you.
What? That was before you.
No. How do I know?
Oh my God.
How far ahead in front of me? No, dead ass. If you're gonna be talking about I've been with 50 people, I'm not gonna be able to trust you at all.
But that's before you.
No. A man that done been with that many people and you bragging about it, you ain't done. You ain't done being with them people. You ain't done with your number count.
So what you think you just gonna be a tally mark?
Yeah.
You could still just be a tally mark and not know. So you'd rather
by
not
the time
know?
he get through waiting on me, he ain't gonna be waiting. He gonna be tired. I gotta be able to trust you before I do that. Yeah. So, yeah, Daddy, I agree. Now that's the question. I don't want to know how many people you've been with. What have you had? what you done been treated for? That's what I want to know. And,
yeah, of course.
And when was the last time you had a flare up?
Oh, not a flare up. That means that's something that you can't get rid of.
That is what I want to know. Right there. Okay, so yeah, we done went through
quite a few cards.
Okay, one more card. 7 cards apiece is what we. So here we go with this funny looking word of could.
Maybe it's just could that's just messed up like that.
Could you be happy in a relationship if the sex was horrible? Listen, if you gotta ask.
That's a hell to the no. To the no.
Let me
hell
see.
No.
Circumstantial.
If
I am unable to perform myself and you have horrible sex, then there ain't no loss right there.
Well, I can perform.
But I can perform. I'm still young and vibrant.
Me too.
And I prefer my men to be able to perform. And perform well.
Oh, God.
Because 2 of us not knowing what we doing ain't what it do.
I cannot believe they had the audacity to put that question.
But if you got... Well, obviously, you have some men out there, or men don't really care if women can't perform. I mean, they care, but they're willing to... Most of them are willing to be patient and teach you. To get you to have sex with them the way they want you to. You get what I'm saying?
No, they're not.
But...
What they do is they have sex with you and then they go back and trash talk.
Really?
Yes.
I mean, I don't have to worry about that, but
I mean, not that I've had that problem, but I've had people that's been done to. I mean, I not had people.
You know,
Know people that.
I
That's
mean,
been
I
done
knew
to.
guys. I mean, look at our friend. I knew guys that
Because they'd be
be
like,
like,
man,
okay, no,
man, she was trash.
she was trash. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we
That's what
did
they
talk about that in one of our topics, I believe. But 9 times out of 10, what if she did not know what to do? What if she wasn't experienced?
Well, then that's when you know. Most of the time,
And
they
most
they
women
know
would tell
going
you up
in.
front,
Yeah.
like me, when I got with Miss Lacey knew I was not experienced.
Yeah. There's a difference between being inexperienced and just being horrible.
Yeah. Now, every time Mr. Lacey did try to teach me something new, I cried about it. So Mr. Lacey just stopped trying. He's like, you know what? Let's just stick with what you know. Because you're making me feel like I'm hurting you or something. Like I'm doing something wrong. You know, so.
There's
But
still hope for you. There's still hope for you.
But if you have to ask this question, you already know the answer. I will not be in a relationship to where that I'm not gaining any satisfaction from you unless you are okay with me getting something on the side.
I'm finna pack up and go. I keep hearing noises.
Now that noise, I hear that creak all the time, and I think it's them next door, because you know they use fork trucks and all that, and I think their movement
Okay.
is what, because they are right next door to me.
Okay.
So, but that other noise that we heard, nah, that was something.
I haven't heard it again, and that's why I'm still sitting here.
But yeah, no, if I'm gonna be in a relationship with someone that cannot sexually satisfy me, he has to be okay with me having my cake and eating it too.
Or he has to be able to satisfy me in another manner.
Yeah, I'm gonna need you to have
because if you can't do it one way,
tongue,
you gotta do it the other.
You got to have
prefer
something.
both, but if you can't do it one way, you gotta do it the other.
Yeah, you have to be able to have something. Yeah.
Luckily, I have not had either problem.
And I don't require oral sex in my relationship.
I don't
But
require it either.
if I get it, then great. But if you cannot perform and you don't do oral, yeah, no, we're not gonna work out. We're not. We're not gonna work out at all.
Says the person that don't do oral.
Says the person that don't do oral. But I have been introduced to oral. So being that if that's something that you don't do and you can't perform, nah. We ain't gonna be able to do it, partner. So I'm just saying. But if y'all just now jumping on this feed, today is Relationship Saturday, and our topic was something on the side. She wants her cake and eat it too. Because on one of the tonight's conversation topics, a young lady didn't know what to do. She had a husband and a boyfriend, and she loved them both. And the men on the stage were shocked that she had the two.
But she didn't know if her husband still loved her, but she knew that her boyfriend did.
Yeah. And her husband hadn't had sex in 2 years. So, baby, that's why she got it. And he can't be mad about it. And if he ain't sleeping with her, he getting it from somewhere else.
Either a boyfriend or a girlfriend.
Yeah, regardless of where it's coming from, he getting it. So
those needs are being met.
Because he is not giving it. So, with that being said, our cards. I'm going to recap some cards if you want to recap some cards. So, we're going to do a recap. Okay? If you haven't done so already, take a moment out of your day to hit the thumbs up button, like button, and subscribe to the channel. And I'm looking for at least, I said 5, 10 would be great, but I am short 3 people of 100 on my Snack Calca Talk Facebook page if you guys would like to subscribe to that channel. And I also would encourage you guys to subscribe to my YouTube as well. Okay, recap. Who is the most important person in your life besides family members?
Have you ever dated multiple people at the same time? Do you think it's okay for people to do so? Why or why not?
What do you love most about life?
How would you describe your spending habits?
Did I answer that question? Yeah, we did. Okay. How important is alone time for you? Could you be in a relationship with someone who is the complete opposite of you when it comes to that alone time?
Could you be happy in a relationship if the sex was horrible? Explain your answer.
What are 3 of your top pet peeves when it comes to the opposite sex?
Is it important for you to know the number of sexual partners your significant other had? Explain.
What's the worst mistake you've ever made in a relationship, and what did you do to fix it?
What's the last major goal you accomplished? What obstacle did you have to overcome to do so?
What is your ultimate relationship deal breaker?
Have you ever hit a person of the opposite sex? If so, explain what happened.
And do you consider flirting while in a relationship cheating? Why or why not?
What political party do you identify most with? And could you be with someone of the opposite view? Why or why not?
I'm just saying we wouldn't even we'd be always into it. I ain't gonna be able to do that one. I can deal with the different Christianity, but to a certain standpoint.
But the political party? Nah.
So y'all, those were our 14,
Yep.
14 cards, and we still
Got over half a stack.
got a stack. We still got a stack. So we look like we're gonna be running into probably the middle of next month trying to finish these cards. Uh, but y'all, if y'all have something to say on this topic, man, I would love to hear. I would love to hear about it.
Oh, wow.
Oh, you.
Damn.
I would love to hear what y'all have to say.
I
That
hope to hell
that she wants something
not.
on the side. She wants her cake and eat it too. How do guys feel about that? You know,
I hope and pray, because if I do, I'm going to have to kill somebody.
because I think most guys, they're okay with her having something on the side, especially if she bringing in another female.
Man.
Then they be like, oh hell yeah. Do I get dibs? Do I get to dip into it too?
Why'd I have to pick up
You know?
this card? Lord have mercy.
No, I'm missing. Do I want to sing? No, I don't want to
Yeah,
sing.
you would. Yeah.
I want to sing.
Yeah.
Okay. Do we want to read it? One for the road?
Yeah, we do one for the road.
You want to read
Yeah,
it?
yeah,
Okay.
This says, have you ever engaged in sexual activity with a person of the same sex? Could you be with someone who has? Why or why not? I have not. And if I have been with somebody who have been with somebody of the same sex, I'd have to kill them.
That's no and no. That's a no and no. For me, that's a no and no. I haven't been with no females.
If I
I
find
have
out
no
I'm
desire to be with
if
any
I find out
females.
I've been with somebody who done been with a man,
And
I
it's-
would have to kill him.
And it's like, I'm not judging you if you're a man and you prefer a man, but I'm not the female that wants to be with a guy that's bisexual.
I would cut his penis off.
And so if I found out that I was with a guy that was with a guy, the first thing that I would do
Just kill him.
is go get tested.
I would kill him first, then go get tested.
I would go get tested because I would not trust. So no.
I don't need to pick up any more cards.
And
Ooh,
so
that's got.
so that would basically have to be a starter question on if what's their sexual preference, like if they're bisexual or not. I would probably have to know that.
I mean, if that's your
to know
preference,
if I'm
that's
gonna,
your preference.
Yeah, that's your preference. No,
but
no
don't
judgment
include
here.
me in
Yeah.
that. I am strictly.
I don't want to be left in the dark.
I'm strictly different.
Not with that.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, I don't
I
want to
love
be.
me some men.
Yeah, me too. I don't want to be left in the dark on that. I just want you to go find somebody that is bisexual, and you can y'all can have fun with that
Y'all
together.
can have y'all trices anytime y'all want.
Yeah, that's not something that I would like to venture in. And I noticed on here, and I don't know if anybody knows, but it's really small. But it says Ace Metaphor. So did he not give credit to anybody else that was up there on that stage?
Maybe those came out before. Well, you know, I gotta go home and cook.
We'll just sit there right there.
Woo!
And then I seen down here on the bottom.
Oh, wow.
So I guess he's the only one profiting off of these cards, even though he was with this group for 3 years. So, yeah. But anyway, y'all, if y'all missed us on today, we will be back here on Hot Topic Tuesday and again on Freestyle Thursday, where anything goes. So, y'all let us know what y'all think on today's show. If you didn't like it, I definitely want to hear what you didn't like about it. I can't change it. It's already over and done.
Mm-hmm.
But I would like to know how I can make my channel better, because y'all, I'm struggling. I be trying my best. I ain't the best, but hey,
It is what it is.
we get it done, and it is what it is. I think I did better when we were sitting on the futon and we was just recording. But then that was a struggle too, because every time we turned around, we'd be talking away, great reaction, and then Mr. Wilson step in here and say, "Oh, my bad, y'all, it didn't even record," and then we got to start over,
and it wouldn't be the same.
And it would not be the same. So I don't know. It's like a 50-50, but I am loving, for one, not having to do no editing. Two, the interactions. I feel like, no, I may not be getting my followers, but I am reaching more people now than I was before. So I'm happy with that standpoint alone. But like I said, I would be grateful if I could get at least 3 people that may not already be following me on my Facebook page of Snack Cackle Talk. I want to see if I can stream on that platform, but I'm scared to. I will say I am scared to stream on there, because the platform that I'm streaming on right now, VD Lacey, after 30 days, I do lose my stream, but I am able to transfer it over to my Snack Cackle page.
Okay.
And I believe that it kind of stays over there.
Okay.
So, but I just want to try to see if my followership is the reason why I can't stream, because I quote unquote heard that I had to have at least 100 followers. I'm at 97. So I want the 3 just so I can see. And if I can't stream, that's fine and dandy. I'm perfectly fine right here. But I just kind of want to see if that was the reason why it wouldn't let me use that as a platform from the beginning. But other than that, you guys, I appreciate y'all for coming on here, dealing with our shenanigans and everything like that. It was a fun show today, and we will see y'all Tuesday. Hopefully all of you, but if not, if one of you show up, hey, I am still happy. I am still happy and grateful. Okay? Other than that, y'all have fun like we have fun. Y'all want to try these? Y'all let us know if y'all actually freaky enough to try these cards out.
They are not going to let us know. They too scared.
Yeah, y'all let us know if y'all want to try some of these cards.
I can let you know. Yeah, I'm not.
I myself, I'm not.
Yeah, that ain't for me.
I'm not gonna try those cards.
Now, it might be a couple of things on those cards I might try, but yeah, no.
I mean, that last card with looks like you're trying to set the tone.
With the brushing of the hair.
I ain't got a brush
and the massage. I'm not massaging nobody's feet.
Mr.
Like I
Lacey Hill,
said,
yeah.
I put my feet, my toes in somebody's mouth. But I'm not, yeah.
But other than that, you guys, y'all have fun like we have fun, okay? But y'all let us know what y'all think on today's topic, and we will see y'all on Tuesday. Thank y'all once again. Bye.
Bye.